So a lot of times when we're thinking about music, we think about the timing and how are we counting it. And this one here, I'd like to count it as 16th notes. First we got to get the idea of the strum where it's down on the 4th string for the D chord, and then we get another down on the bottom 3. It's a down, down, and then up, up, down, up on the bottom 3. And you can get a really nice clear sound coming from that D chord. Something like that. Now we could try to get a count going by using our foot and counting out loud, doing something like, I'll demo it and then you can try it. So I'd be tapping my foot's up off the floor, and I'm getting ready to say 1, and as soon as I say 1, my foot hits the floor at the same time I say 1. And we get this 1 E and 2 E and. See, I'm tapping on the and as well. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Now if you can get that going on your own, just really slowly maybe count yourself in and practice it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, because you really are trying to do 4 things at once, so it can get tricky once we add chords and our right hand. So get that really good. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and then what you could do is, once you get that going, try to develop the strum maybe first without counting, where we get this down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up. So that would be basically the pattern of the strum, and you might want to work that without the video and just, you know what, I'll count to 4 and we'll do it a little bit together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, up, down, up, 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 down. So hopefully that'll help you kind of develop that a little bit without counting. Then we can try to add the count, where we get this, where I'll demo it once and then I'll count you in and we'll try it together, where we get this 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Now the hard part's going to be, you're going to want to strum on beat 2 or 4 because your foot's actually hitting the floor. So maybe break the strum down into something like 1 E and 2. And as your foot goes down, bring your pick down, but try not to hit the strings. And just practice that a little bit, develop that a bit. 1 E and 2. I'll count us in. I'll go 3, 4, and then we'll start on 1. So 3, 4, 1 E and 2. 3, 4, 1 E and 2. Now remember, your foot's got to hit on 1 and 2. So 1 E and 2. So I'm hitting on the and as well. 1 E and 2. I'll count us in. I'll say 3, 4, and we'll get your pick ready and your hand ready for beat 1. And maybe I'll count the full count, like 3 E and 4 E and. That way we're getting ready. 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2. 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. Now we'll try to come up on the E and the ah going down. If you're still having a hard time getting that other part, then work that a little bit more. Maybe rewind it and try it again, or try it by yourself and work it until you can get it. It's going to take a little bit of time. Maybe some people are getting it right away, but I've been teaching since '97 and nobody's really just gotten it right away. So I can literally say nobody. So don't feel bad, because this is the practice that we do. All right, so it's not that you can't do it, it's that you have to want to do it. So I'm not going to show you how to play. Today I want to teach you how to do things yourself, how you can think for yourself, basically. So if we can get that good, and we can get this count going, and we can keep that flowing, that'd be great. So I'm going to count us in. I'll demo it first again, where we get this 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E, tapping your foot, E and 3 E and 4 E and. All right, so that would be the idea of it. To try to keep that going and tapping your foot. Again, break things down if you can't get it where it's more of a 1 E and 2. Really get that good. 1 E and 2. Then once you get that, try to get 1 E and 2 E if you want. Your foot really comes up on the E and back down for the and. So 1 E and 2 E. Right? So your foot's up, E and. 1 E and 2 E and. So the E and your foot's up and getting ready to come down for E. So your brain's having to make your foot go down while your hand goes up. So that's what makes it hard. So maybe you want to practice foot's up and then picks down, and you're doing the opposite thing for a bit. And now we get this 1 E and 2 E and. So I want to make sure that's down when I say and. 1 E and 2 E and. See? 1 E and 2 E and. My foot went up and down. 1 E and 2 E and. Like that. Now all you got to do is get the up on the way back. Try not to do that stuff. I'm just trying to exaggerate so you can see what's really happening, but we try to keep our pick close to our strings and our notes nice and clear. So you got 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E. And then you can get that going with it. Alright, what we can do is we'll do a little bit of a count in, and we'll try to get to here when we say 1 again. So something like, I'll count myself in. I'll start on beat 3 so I don't have to count 4 times. I'll go 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. So I have to hit that when I say 3. Sorry, not beat 1. So it's like a split bar when we're counting in 16ths. We only get 2 beats here and 2 beats there. 1 E and is 1 beat, 2 E and because 4/16ths equal a quarter, and we're counting in quarters. As a metronome would be ticking in quarters. We build our counts around that. So we can try that again, and I'll count us in if you want to try it with me. The other things you could do is practice just trying to get that string with that finger. Make sure it's quick and moves fast. You can leave finger 3 there to anchor your hand. Keep your wrist back and make sure that you can really move that finger up to there quickly. All right, so he's not like, all right, you want to try to push him up fast so we can get right to that 3rd beat when we go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. All right, we'll try that a little bit together. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a. Let's try that again. We'll make sure our foot's working in time while we count. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. 3. Now we can keep the count going. I could be like 1, 2, 3. Start again. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. That's another cool thing. See if you can keep that note ringing for the whole count. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Because it should stay ringing when we're recording it, right? It's all about what we're hearing, so we want to make sure these notes are ringing for their full value. All right, let's try it again. I'll count us in. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. All right, so you get the idea of that. Now what we'll do is we'll finish this count on this chord here. So we get this 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And we'll try to just cycle those 2 chords back and forth, and we'll go a little slower. These are the things that I would do if I'm learning new songs. Of course, every new song has a different kind of aspect towards it, but the more you learn these tricks, the more you can think on how to come up with ideas so you can get through songs as well. So here we go again. We're going to work those 2 only, and then of course we're going to get down to here eventually with a metronome, hopefully. So here we go again. I'll count us in. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Try my foot. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 2 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Alright, so that'll be the idea of that one. Now we'll try and do it just with our counting and our foot, trying to get all the way down to here. So every time we're splitting the bar, we get in this 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a. Now we got to get ready for 4, or sorry, beat 1 there again. But we're always thinking ahead as we're counting. We're thinking about the chord that's coming up, so we can stay in time. This one can be tricky. We might have to lean finger 3 a little bit to get finger 1 to get right in there. Instead of having it perfectly straight or leaning this way, you're kind of fighting your hand. Lean it this way, always keeping your wrist out, never like this. That's proper technique. And so we'll start that and we'll count that and go through that. I'll count us in slowly. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Thinking ahead, getting ready. 1 E and a, thinking about the first fret. And a 4 E and a. Alright, let's try that again. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Alright, we can try that again, and some cool things to do is to try to keep it going even though we're supposed to go to a C chord next. We could try to keep this going something like, and then we're creating some new things too. It's kind of neat. So we'd start off our count. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 the 1 E and a 2 E and a. Always thinking ahead, thinking about the D chord. Now we're thinking about our next chord. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Alright, if that was too fast, again, slow it down with the gear and try to really work that with me. The next big move would be trying to get, maybe when you get to here, teaching that finger. Now we've got to teach that guy to jump quickly to there. Well, these two land for C, right? So C chords can be a bit of a bugger to try to get clean, but if you keep finger 3 almost touching string 6, in fact it could touch string 6 and lean a little bit on its side, well finger 2 pretty much sits straight up and finger 1 can lean a bit too or stay perfectly straight. And make sure, you know, finger 2 could actually hit the 5th string a little bit. You could be almost, you can touch it. So make sure your tip's not pushing the string up, you're just more on the bottom of the tip of your finger to get these nice clear C chords. Then you get this, you know, I'll demo it just one time, this exercise you could do to learn to get to the C chord, where you get this 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And just as you're hitting that 1, these guys are getting set up for there, and you can see how it's leaning, right? We'll try that again, and I'll count us in this time. 3, and when we get to here, I'll say 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, and I'm and a 4, E and then I'm getting ready to go back to the D chord. So here we go. 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a. See how much time I had to get to that C chord? 1, E and a, 1, E and a. Just as that's getting ready. We don't have to rush to get to our chords. Try to grab those root notes first, and then we're getting these strums down. Alright, so what we'll do now is we'll try it with a metronome, and we'll go through all the chords to finish it, and then you have lots of things to practice. Can you give me 5 minutes to finish this video? 5 minutes is all I need. Okay? Alright. So we're going to now try it with the metronome going all the way down to the C chord. We're at 45 BPMs. I'll count us in. Make sure you're on your D chord and you're ready. And we get this 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1. I got to get the count. I think that's fast. I'm going to move it down to 40. All right, so now we're going to try it with a metronome at 40 BPM, and I'll start the metronome up. And
if you ever feel like this is it, like your life isn't going anywhere and all you want is to work on music every...
All right, so basically what we're going to do now is, we'll work with the metronome at 40 BPM. We'll go all the way down to the C chord. Try to really get these nice and clean and in time. And don't forget this third finger. Get lots of time to set these two up. The next chord after, we'll just work that for a bit, okay? Here we go. I'm going to fire up the metronome, 40 BPM. That means beats per minute. Here we go. Now we got to figure out our timeline counting in 16ths with that, because we got 4 counts per every beat. Excuse me. We got 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a. All right, we'll try that again. 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a. Now we're going to try to recycle it and get back. So maybe you might need to practice getting good at going from a C to a D. Try to take these 2 fingers and be able to do that first, and then be able to bring finger 1 into string 3 like that to get that. So that's great exercises, learning C's to D's. Do it slow and really train your hand. Now you can have finger 1 down, bring those 2 down and drop that in, and try to get them fast. You could even practice with a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, right? So that would be the idea there. All right, so trying to get through and back to the D chord. And that'll probably be it for this class, working with metronomes through this song. 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a. 2, 3, 4, and 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3. That's where I try to get to next, to that F chord, and it'd be 3, E and a 4, E and a, and try not to play the open E string. It's actually an F major. But then there's a riff and everything in that part, so we'll talk about that on the next lesson too. Try to get your timing really good, and those were ideas on how you can work with it. I hope you watched the whole video and got a lot out of it. Again, trying to get all the way to the C. Another thing you could do is just try to recycle that now. One, where we count in, we get this 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, the 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3. Or you could try to get to the F. So a couple things to practice there, and it does take time, so we'll see you again next time, and we'll finish the other half working with metronomes and trying to get this cool riff.